entire gallon of primer.
It's hard as a rock. I couldn't even get a stick into it to even try to stir it.
So yesterday we got all the framing done. That was our goal for yesterday. Yesterday was the 4th of July. And we got it done just barely in time to shower and head to the local 4th of July celebration, which we haven't done in a really long time actually. And today I'm working on priming the OSB. That was good. Finagle it a little bit because I had carpal tunnel surgery on my right hand and it's a little bit weaker than my left hand at the moment. So I have to finagle it a little bit. Knows. I didn't know this till, I don't know, somebody taught it to me. But when you have your paint roller, if you're going to use it again, you can just put it inside of a Ziploc bag and the roller itself and put it in the freezer and it will stay good till you can use it again later so it doesn't dry out. Anyway, just a tip. I think OSB must have some sort of oil or chemical or something in it because there's like streaks of yellow and I mean, I can show you. Probably nobody cares, but it's kind of interesting to me, the process that they use to put together these woods. So like, okay, this is the raw wood right here. You can see it's just a whole bunch of pieces of chips of wood and stuff that have been pressed together and I guess glued in some way. Anyway, that's the raw wood. And so you can see, well, maybe you can't see. Yeah, you can see. See how there's some. That's actually a really good example. Where like the yellow's showing through, even through the primer. So technically, if I was really wanting this to look good, I would do at least a second coat. But yeah, and you got the same thing happening over here. I mean, it's everywhere. So technically, I would do a second coat if I cared, but I don't care. We're just doing it for to keep the slivers down. And the score in here is kind of interesting because it's like these slats, and so the stuff could go down in and drain out when it was a refrigerator unit. And it doesn't usually cause any problem to walk on it because it's wide. I mean, the space between the slats is, you know, not that wide for like big feet. I mean, a little person, like if a child came in here, they might have some trouble if you didn't watch carefully, but I'm gonna bring a child in here. So, yeah. I have a couple of times stepped in between, like on the side of my foot, but you don't go far enough that you twist an ankle or anything, so it's pretty okay. The other thing I'm noticing is on the OSB, you have these green lines that they paint on, so you know where your studs are. If you're doing your studs in, you know, standard configuration, and those green lines are just showing right through the primer. So, yeah. So if you're painting OSB, I would say plan on, and you're doing it in a place you really need to look nice, I'd say plan on two coats of primer at least. And this space, so what do we got? We got 2 4-foot panels, 8 foot tall, another 4 foot, and 2 4 foot over here, and plus the one that's what, about 20 inches I think it was, so about 2 feet. So you know, we're doing, let's see, that'd be 8 by 8, that's 64, 8 by 8 is 64, and then this is 8 by, let's say, 6. So 64, 64, 120, 128 plus the 8 by 6 is 48, so, you know, it's, what would that be, 176? Did I do that right? I think so. 8 by 8, yeah. 176, so around 180 square feet. Yeah, and we used an entire gallon of primer.
If you're ever wondering what happens to paint when it goes through a freeze-thaw cycle, I have no idea how many times this paint went through that, but you can see it's completely separated. It's a gelatinous mass in there. It's hard as a rock. I couldn't even get a stick into it to even try to stir it. Same thing over here. You can see there. Oh, there's a dead bug in there. And what we're doing is we're just drying it out and letting the liquid evaporate so we can just take it to the dump and throw it away. So anyways, that's, yeah, that's what it looks like when it freezes. So don't let your paint freeze. Put it where it's climate controlled.
Okay, so the first coat, the primer coat, is on. Actually, it's brightened it up quite a bit in here too, with that on. And when we turn those lights on, like we had the other day, I'm sure will be nice and bright. So, I think that's probably my job done for the day, because it's getting late, and yeah, the primer's gotta dry. Oh, and today when I was headed back to the rig, there was a mother deer and her 2 baby fawns with the spots on them. The one baby fawn got super scared when I kind of pulled up behind him, and so he went running up the hill, disappeared, and then the mom and the other one went walking down the road, kind of running. And anyway, it was fun to see that.
The other fawn running down the road.
Well, today I'm putting the actual paint on the walls. one wall done. I'm getting quicker. Of course, paint, they got the primer underneath and the primers was really bad because it soaked up everything. So I had to do many directions to get it covered, but it took me about 36 minutes to do a little bit bigger wall last time. That only took me 12. So, yay, getting better. It's quicker. Should be done in about an hour. Of course, these walls are slightly bigger, but yeah. That's 2 walls down. And my video's been going for 28 minutes, so that's pretty good. We're all finished. And that wall, I just put a little bit more on. That might have been a bad idea to show it, but that's okay. It'll be all right. I don't care. It's just to mount stuff on. So anyways, that is done. It's now ready. Well, as soon as it dries, it's ready for Michael to start mounting things on. Hopefully we get our building permit come in the next few days. Or not our building permit, our solar permit. Anyway, awesome. Just got cleanup now. So the other thing I wanted to point out is this is a kitchen rug. Oops, can you see it? That we got from Costco several years ago. We loved it in the kitchen because it's cushy. I mean, it's one of these, I don't know if you can see it, the thicker ones. But it started to split in the middle there. So it didn't really look that great in the kitchen, in our kitchen in the RV. But it makes an excellent kneeling pad. Like better than any kneeling pad we've ever used. So, because it's nice and big and it's thick. So, you know, keep your old rugs and use them as kneeling pads. It's a great tip. All done.